Welcome to our December 2024 energy update. So the first imagery that the beings of light are showing to me is a golden light matrix of crystalline energies that are surrounding this month of December. There are gold ray upgrades that are coming through. Many of this is also in connection with opening up the stellar gateway chakra. And what this is assisting us in is grounding in more of our higher self or soul consciousness in ways that will also illuminate areas within ourselves that may still need some cycle completion in order to do so more completely. During last month's update, I was sensing that there was a birth of new timelines, of new energies, of new soul groups. And this month is the energetic sweeping or the reset of those new timelines, those new upgrades, those new frequencies to take place more within the body, within the heart, and within the light body. And with Pluto entering Aquarius last month, opening up this gateway for transition into a new Aquarian age era, we may be opening up to being simultaneously in that new timeline while being in transition and while clearing out old cycles still. The focal point that the beings of light are bringing forth to help is that when you are receiving future visions and accessing nonlinear time, how can you accept that as part of your present and also invite in discernment through your spirit team for guidance on the earthly linear timeline in facilitating these energies to plant those seeds, to build the foundations, to answer the new callings that will be stirring within our soul blueprints, to rise more into your purpose, and to do so in new ways of communications. The beings of light are showing communications being a very strong focal point this month, facilitating death and rebirth cycles within the throat chakra or ways of communicating, old foundations of how we used to communicate, having a restructuring. You may be sensing an energy of power struggles within your communications. And what I'm actually seeing this taking place as is between your inner child and your inner self, your higher self, your present self. And what the beings of light are bringing about to help is with your inner child work. If you could invite in your inner child and ask them to show you a memory, a timeline, or an energy or a theme where maybe you have witnessed yourself as a star child or a star seed, a star being or a divine being. Can you pinpoint a part in your inner child's past where they could show you an aspect of themselves that holds this innate divine magic? Because it is that same divine magic that holds a seed for your communications moving forward at this time in these throat chakra upgrades. And I'm also receiving that you can ask your spirit team to also help you to receive any further insights if there are any past life karmic energies, themes, cycles, or lessons that were also playing out in this dynamic with your inner child through these memories, and sense into where this may also play into any of the collective energetic themes that you may be witnessing at large. And this is a sense of maturing on a soul level. It's these full circle completions that bring a feeling of soul level maturity and the reminder of soul level attainment and the lessons that we came here with to facilitate those cycles. This is going to help clear the past, and it's going to also help this blueprint reset that is being facilitated this month to also help to assist us in closing out 2024 to more thoroughly align to the linear timing or linear timeline of 2025. I'm sensing that there's different splits in the collective where some are still sensing this intense wrapping up of cycles or completions this month, and others have passed through a certain gateway at the end of November that also helped to facilitate the completion of those cycles earlier. And the invitation for both groups is to begin to connect with our spirit teams and align in to the new timeline on a collective scale through the Aquarian age era that we are all co-creating and seeding, and where your personal timeline is being guided to begin to be a template builder or a way shower, a seed planter, a leader, a light worker, a healer, however you may identify with your purpose in this ascension path. Because I am receiving that many of us have been moving through these energies of feeling maybe perhaps disconnected, or like the clarity that we seek for where we're headed and where we're going hasn't been as succinct or clear to us. And what I'm receiving to share about this is that some of that is by design. Some of that is meant to help to assist us to lean more on the guidance of our soul in the present moment through our higher self and through ourselves as co-creators with God, Source, the divine, to co-create as we go. There are certain paths that are of more resonant alignment, certain decisions that are of more resonant alignment, yet the guidance is that leaning on our faith to also have the courage to move into new territories or to chart a new course, to move in new ways forward. That is going to bring a sense of discomfort through growth, through soul growth, yet it will yield the most abundant or purposeful feeling because we're saying yes to something that seeks to grow us, to expand us past our current way of being. I'm also being shown that this month there's a lot of energetic extremes with these reset energies where we may be feeling these quick turnover rate cycles. energetically, emotionally, ascension symptoms, to then regenerate more quickly than usual. But the energies that we are sensing may come through a bit more intense or more extreme through our energy bodies to then stir this regeneration. And what the beings of light are sharing about this is that they want us to be mindful to turn inward, to know that the answers we seek, the answers to certain questions, that clarity that we may have been missing about certain choices and ways to go with our path, are actually held within these moments. Our bodies and our energy bodies are merging more succinctly as well in connection with the light body template upgrades. And so these quick shift facilitations are meant to also allow the mental mind or the ego to almost be a bit more dormant so that the higher self can move through these upgrades through the physical body, the energy body, and the light body templates with less energetic resistance from within your mental constructs. And through focusing what has been hidden within the heart space through the emotions that you are sensing, that is the key in the healing process, in the transmutation process. Because what they're saying is that reminder of how concealment of any aspect of ourselves only adds to the collective unconscious. It's about bringing what's hidden to light. I am also being shown an energetic gateway opening up between the 12/12 portal and the solstice portal on December 21st. This energetic gateway is opening through the beginning of an internal stirring of energies. I'm also sensing this internal stirring of energies being sourced within the sacred Kundalini energies within. And through this stirring, I'm seeing energies rising with specific focus to aid the heart and the throat chakras to more clearly help us to embody these throat chakra upgrades in alignment with the fullest potential and power of our heart centers. And through this energetic gateway with these upgrades, the solstice on the 21st marks a regeneration point of energies where what I'm being shown is the internal sourcing of our own energies, gaining momentum to almost create a fountain of internal abundance, internal wealth through our hearts, in connection with our spirits, in a new way that feels fulfilling, in alignment with our soul's attainment of being here in a human form. And these energies are supportive for a regeneration with this reset that we are moving through this month to allow us to step more clearly into our power. And the question being brought to focus is, am I in my fullest power from where I evolved last? And through that question, being guided to pivot in new ways that will support this integration. Which brings me to the collective initiation theme for this month that I received, which is protection of the heart without closing the heart. And so the invitation through this initiation is diving into our spiritual discernment and strengthening the third eye and the crown center to be able to see and to perceive the sensory information that we are picking up on, and to filter it in a way that we acknowledge the shadow or darker forces, and we choose to engage in only the heart's light of truth and divinity within ourselves, honoring that that is a sacred potential for all beings to choose on this planet, if and when they may choose to do so in this path or their incarnation, and choosing to treasure the power of our hearts without shutting that down as a defense mechanism response. And that we've come a long way through our choices in our soul's journey of ascension to get to this point, to be able to stand in the power of the openness of our hearts. And so the guidance this month was also showing emphasis on energetic and spiritual protection, and really upping our daily practices to focus on this will be really helpful for this month and for closing out the energy cycles of this year. A statement I'm receiving that you could recite over your energetic field daily is, I honor my sacred light of my heart to shine in full capacity, and I choose to surround my auric field with the divine light of the 12th dimensional shield of gold ray protection. And as you do this, envisioning that there is an auric shielding here that is strong, that is sacred, and it holds a certain weight. And what I'm doing right now is just extending my hands out with my palms facing out. I can feel this energy through my palms. Now, what I am being guided to share that has helped me through multiple initiations with keeping the heart open without closing it down, I always get brought back to thinking about how I used to feel earlier on in my awakening journey or in my ascension path, where I felt every day uncomfortable in my own body. I felt so vulnerable, just feeling like my heart was open, even if I wasn't speaking to anybody or doing anything. It was this innate feeling that I held even through my inner child, some of my most earliest memories as my inner child. I remembered sitting in a group of people in the lunchroom and just feeling like there was something really bright within my body, within my heart, that felt inappropriate and made me feel almost exposed or naked, even though I had clothes on. But there was something within my inner child that felt fear of being in that love, in that loving state, and being in that embodiment, being in presence. And throughout all of my life since then, I lived a life where my heart was so repressed. It was guarded, and I thought that that was a form of protection, but really it was just creating this internal restriction of my own light, of my own love, and my own heart. And of course, growing up, I then had external world experiences that reflected that same pain back to me, of feeling rejection or feeling like I could not shine my true heart's light. And I just remembered the earlier stages of my awakening, how difficult it was to open the heart, to break through those self-imposed barriers and restrictions and all of the events then in my life since then that have only just compounded that internal pain of that self-rejection. And so when I have certain challenges that come up for me that feel painful, and I can feel my heart wanting to restrict or to guard itself again, I remind myself that freedom that I feel just in my existence, even if I'm just alone in my home, it's the being of being in that sacred heart embodiment, of being in your light, being in your heart and your truth. That is the power of presence. And so I hope that through this share, this can be a personal reminder for you as well to look back on how far you've come in terms of opening your heart, expanding your heart, liberating yourself to be open, and how that is one of the most beautiful energetic embodiments that we could be in, even if it is just seemingly for ourselves, because it is knowing that as we're anchored in that, even if we are physically alone, that energy is anchoring into the earth and through the collective threads. And so I thank you as well for your openness to stay open in your heart at this time and always. And those were all the messages that I was guided to share at this time. And I am being guided to bring through a light language clearing activation to help shine a light on the heart, to help to alchemize any hidden energies within your heart at this time, to further assist with the energies of this month. If this aligns for you, I invite you to get comfortable for however you may like to align to receive, and I will lead us into the guided activation space. Inviting you to tune into your heart center, taking a few deep breaths in, with each breath journeying deeper into the depths of your heart's chamber of light. Inviting your higher self to assist you in this process. And through your heart's chamber of light, allowing the safety within yourself to continue radiating your natural innate light of truth, of love, and highest resonance. Siamoy kia shanasuene. Wahanai akoe seashone wasoenoi. Invite this conscious light to surround your heart, your higher heart, and extending out to your auric field. Lahai kiomosoi, iono hahakai, swaheana goena siashiano vasai, shwate mokoyana sale sohkainai. I am the light I seek. I am the light I am. I am the light I receive. Okoi ashe onasai. Wahai akoyanaso. Swahai ovoemose. And through the very lights that you are, invite your higher self to shine a light on any energies that may be hidden within your heart center. Our intention is to shine a light on what is hidden, to release you of any energetic burdens, densities, cycles, karmic lessons that you have completed and or were never yours to carry. These energies are not your full truth, but yet hold aspects of truths to parts of yourself that are ready to be seen. Allow for what has been hidden to be revealed to you in only the highest love, light, and truth, surrendering it for alchemy. Kio no saveshe si aomea kai nos voshoi. Vea na koe si ashono sarakaimo. Yoena sevo shakainai, lahaena so akai. With the inner alchemy of safety, inviting in the eternal one of light and love within, restoring yourself to your sacred truth. Mohena koe asayana sai, shomaya na siova so kolavo sai mai. And receiving codes here for further clearing, alchemy, and transformation. Expanding the light within your heart center as you receive. Kiona se voshiana se kiona saragai mosakas leona se voshai. Hai makai na siashana sora govo se mashain tina sarakai. Wahai na si kiada sada koler siana shakana sarakia sarasai. Ha mai kia el shoya na sarakore se ove. Shoo. Shoo. Swaheoena kaya mosoya shana sai kiora siovo shamasai sakiana saragoda tionas. Va ki shayana sargoi ha se. Myohe arekyo sai hai shakai. Suevo sia moshokoi nasasainai. Shuase. Sealing the heart space with the highest love of alchemy and light. Yana hiashio. Shehseona kai musai. Tuai mai akai. Ream mulanasia koi sia shokona sare suoshe. Masai shakoyanas. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Setting the intention for this light language clearing and alchemy to take place across all time, space, and dimensions through the highest alignment of your higher self only. Kiamos so shisena kia se soimai. Shateamos. Thank you for receiving with me. It is my intention that this energy update and light language clearing has been of service to you at this time in your journey. If this video was of helpful resonance for you, I invite you to leave a like on this video as a way to let me know. And if you would like to join us here again in our Rising Sun community, I would love to have you subscribe. And do feel free to let us know anything that you're receiving with the collective energies for this month ahead and how any of this may resonate with you. I am extending my soulful gratitude and sending many blessings for you for this month ahead. Much love until we gather again here next time.